Previously on.
Lock down the bridge and begin separation protocol.
Where's Mark?
You're never breathing again!
Welcome to my channel. So I know a lot of you guys are caught up with Invincible Season 4. Like, this is it. We are in the the Viltrumite War. As you can see, Thaddeus, he's getting his the coalition ready. Pretty much just talking, trying to recruit different, species, different animals, you name it, bro. Like, this is it. We're just getting ready, pretty much going over the plan, how we are going to defeat the Viltrumites. Can we even do it? Recruiting battle beasts and everything we can. Thrag side, as you can see, there's a lot of Viltrumites. Yes, there's fewer because of the viruses, because have died, but Thrag is bringing them in. So they're giving each side a pep talk, seeing what they're going to do. Like I said, they look up to Thrag, and this is really important, as you can tell, because Thrag is the man. But they're trying to go over the plans, how things are going to work. So on the coalition side, they're coming up with the Scourge virus again, the 2.0, seeing what they can do. Is it going to be enough to defeat the Viltrumites this time, or are they going to have to, come up with other measures? That's really the plan. And as you can see, this is a last resort. If there's nothing else that they can do, they know that this Scourge virus will do the trick. Now, as you can see, both sides are really getting ready. The Viltrumites, they're not playing games. They're recruiting all the Viltrumites, man. Like, this is do or die. Like, they are ready. Now they're getting their ships ready. We are in it right now. Like, this is no joke. So we're seeing, like, what's truly going to happen. Both sides are planning. As you can see, the Viltrumites had taken a lot of these worlds, these planets over. So the coalition is trying to reverse that, get out of Viltrumite control. So what are they going to do to make it happen? As you can see, both sides, they're really ready. Both at a standstill, seeing, who's going to make the first move. Like, this is really important. Like, a lot lies on this right now. Now we switch over to see, what's going on with Oliver, Mark, if he still is okay, and Omni-Man. And as you can see, that we left off, things aren't really good. It's Oliver and Omni-Man. The relationship is rocky, even if there is a relationship. And we want to see, is it going to build to anything better? Oliver, he has every right to feel the way he does. He has grief, anger, pain. But really, right now, they can't even focus on that. They want to make sure Mark is healthy, if he's actually going to come back and, truly become invincible. So we see that they're trying to do their best to take care of him, get back to the Viltrumite War and make sure that, everything really is okay. So we switch over to the Viltrumites. As you can see, they're planning, approaching the coalition line, seeing how they're going to run things, seeing what their plan is, and, really just take over. As you can see, they're very aggressive, very powering. They want to make sure that everything's right to them. Now, we see that Zoe and Alan, they're overhearing this, seeing if they are able to reach coalition lines. Can they be able to escape? Or are they safer, just staying on the ship, staying preoccupied, learning of these plans, and passing time with playing video games? Now, we don't know, like, what is going to happen. And as you can see, these two characters, they grow on you, and we can see something special. Now, back with Oliver and Omni-Man, you see, the tension is still rising, doing what they can to make sure Mark is safe. And in the meantime, they got to build that relationship between Oliver and Omni-Man. As you can see, it hasn't been going great. But in order to fix this, we see that they need to train. They need to train for the Viltrumites, but also train the relationship together. And as you can see, it starts off a little bit rocky. Oliver, he's really not feeling it. He wanted to be just like Omni-Man, and he realized that that might not be such a great thing. And then we see that Omni-Man, he's having true regret, true feelings of what it means to, be human and feel remorse and feel regret and truly understand how your actions do have consequences. Amidst the war, that we see that both Zoe and Alan, are able to escape trying to see if they can reach the coalition line. While at the same time, we see the Viltrumites wanting to proceed and attack. You know, the way they're built, they love war and they love to fight. But we see that the coalition has other plans. They recruited Space Racer, and we truly get to see what his special weapon was meant and used for. As you can see, that he's a very unique character, and really the reason why they recruited him, as you can see, is to take down the Viltrumites. And as you can see, it worked. As we see there, both Zoe and Ella are able to make it to the coalition where they meet Battle Beast, who has been longing just to, you know, have some battle, have a fight, because that's what he's all about. So we're able to see that them to the coalition. Now they're able just to plan out, see what planets that they can take back over from the Viltrumites, so that they could win and end this war. Now back with Omni Man and Oliver, we see that they're training, making sure everything's getting right, and then as we see a montage, a Battle Beast just being happy, just ready for this war. And in this, we see, you know, that the relationship is starting to grow between Omni Man and Oliver. You see that they're having good father, son moments, being able to bond, and it's really great. And as the months go by, we see that Invincible's back. He's kind of like dazed, hazed, doesn't really know what's happened, kind of worried. And as we see, through those months, that he's able to grow a beard, grow some facial hair, and rekindle back with his family. He was worried that they didn't make it out alive, but as you can see, that they were able to, and him realized that he was actually once and for all able to defeat Conquest. Now, when we go back to the coalition, we see actually who is this mole. We see that it's one of the twins, and you see that they're the ones that knock down the defensive system to bring in the Viltrumites. Now, as you see, we get a brief moment of the wars going on. We have Thaddeus fighting the Viltrumites, trying to protect what they have through the coalition. We see Anissa over there fighting Zoe. Things are really getting intense now. But we see that Invincible is back with Oliver and Onman to once and for all put this to a stop. And as we see, things go back and forth. Now we get a little sneak peek of what happened earlier, of them defeating the ship, having that moment, brothers together. And as you see, we notice that Thrag, he's not phased at all. He's literally just in the midst of it, just enjoying it. But as you see, he starts to get irritated, not because of the ship, but because of his mentor slash leader that once was Argyle. He wants to protect that skull. And in doing so, he realized, this isn't the time for that. They retreat, trying to regroup, and they head out. So we really don't really know where they're going, but it's safe to say that the coalition was able just to win this battle just for the moment. And as you can see, we have them all together, just wondering, what's their next move and what's going to happen. So I guess we'll have to see and stay tuned on the next episode.